girl. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So if this is your first time here, my name is Princess, and I started this channel to help women understand who they are in Christ, to share the love of God, and just to tell you whatever God puts on my heart to share with you. That's what this channel is all about. And so this series, the last few videos, has been centered around marriage and identifying a suitable spouse and being a suitable spouse. Okay, so my last video was on qualities of a kingdom husband and how to identify counterfeits, aka is he a suitable husband? Okay, so if you have not watched that, go back and take a look at that, because I am dropping some nuggets in there that I think are really important for you as you are trying to decide on whether or not he's suitable to be your husband. Okay, and then prior to that, go check out Are You a Suitable Wife, because it goes hand in hand. Okay, it goes hand in hand. It's not all on the man, it's also on you. Have a part to play as well, and I feel like there's some important nuggets in there that you need to see as well. So let's talk about God presenting the opportunities for marriage. I'm not going to be before you long, and I know people say that and they really be a whole hour and a half in, but I'm serious. Okay, I don't have any points written down. I'm just gonna let God tell me what to tell you. Okay, when it comes to God presenting the opportunities for you, we can reference the stories in Ruth, right? We can reference the different stories in the Bible where the opportunity presented itself for her to be in the same presence as her future husband. So when Ruth was presented to Boaz, right, she wasn't going to work in his field with the expectation that she was trying to get him to put a ring on her finger. She wasn't even thinking about marrying dude. She didn't even know who Boaz was in the first place. She was minding her business, doing what she needed to do to survive, and God presented that opportunity. It was her mother-in-law that put her up on game and was like, okay, this is what I want you to do. You know, go at the threshing floor and lay at his feet or whatever, uncover his feet. And she followed those instructions. But here's the thing, and I know that there are people that have different opinions, and that's fine, but I'm going to tell you mine, okay? I don't believe that it is a woman's job to pursue a man. I don't believe that it is a woman's job to ask for a man's hand in marriage. In my honest opinion, I feel like that is foolish. And I feel like the woman looks foolish asking that man to marry her. It just don't sit well. It don't sit well. You are the one that should be asked to get married. You know what I'm saying? The man should be asking you to marry him. That is his job. A man's job is to lead. And I feel like when you do those things, you are stepping on the leading part. Like you are taking away his leadership from that by you initiating those things. I know that some of us we know what we want, and we gonna get what we want, and we gonna do whatever we need to do to get what we want, and you tired of waiting. I'm just gonna ask him myself, like, sis, don't do that, because I don't believe that's the way that God intended for all of this to happen anyway. Anytime in the Bible where they talked about somebody getting married, it was always the man asking for the hand in marriage. Okay, they had to pay the price of the bride and all that stuff. It was never the woman, right, trying to marry a man. Like she initiated that thing. Now in Ruth's case, opportunity presented itself. Just so happened, God presented the opportunity that she was in the field of somebody that could redeem her family. Her mother-in-law put her up on game and told her, this is what you go and do. And you tell him that he is the family redeemer, and then you wait for him. Listen, she never took the leadership role away from Boaz. She let him handle it. And Boaz wiped her up at the end. Okay? A lot of stories in the Bible. I don't see not one that a woman asked a man to marry her. Okay? When the opportunity presents itself, then you have a part to play. And that means that you need to engage. That don't mean like, hey, I think you're cute. Here's my number. Let's talk. You pursuing him. But I don't see any harm in having a conversation. What does that look like? Hey, how you doing? My name is Princess. Hello, introduce yourself. Because here's the thing too. They're people. How do you go and approach another woman? Hey girl, your hair is cute. Oh my gosh, I love your shoes. Oh girl, this, that, da 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 da. You introduce yourself, you tell them who you are, you have a conversation. If the conversations lead anywhere and both of y'all are feeling a possible friendship, then what do? Y'all get together for lunch, go have coffee, whatever. Small talk. Why is it difficult? Why is it any different for when we meet men? If you're interested in a man, go and introduce yourself. Hey, how you doing? I'm not telling you that I want you to be my boyfriend. I'm not telling you that I want you to be my husband. I'm honestly just trying to get to know you for who you are. Because what I want to do first is build a friendship. I want to get to know you for who you are without any titles. Because what you're going to need when you get married is a friendship. If you get married and y'all not friends first, then how are you going to fall back on anything when those hard days come? When things are tight and y'all are not seeing eye to eye. And the reason why I know this is because I've been married. Okay? I've been married before. And so friendship is an important thing. If you can't laugh with them, if you can't be yourself with them, if you can't be friends with them, then why in the world would you marry them? So your part as a woman is when God presents that opportunity, take action. Don't play no games, sis. Okay? And when I say games, you know what I'm talking about. We exchange numbers, and then what? Oh, I'm not gonna call him first because I don't want to seem like I'm desperate or thirsty. So you purposely like, okay, I'm gonna wait maybe a week before I reach out. Or I'm not gonna reach out to him at all. I want him to reach out to me. Sis, stop that. If you're interested, and that even goes for the DMs. Some of us be putting people on hold far too long because of something in your mind. It's like, I'm not going to respond to him right now. Now, disclosure, some of us are busy and we don't have, we doing a whole bunch of stuff, okay? But if you really interested in, if you are really interested in somebody, you'll make time to communicate with them. You will. Okay? So my point is, when that opportunity presents itself, don't play no games. Be for real. Be serious. Like, grow up and engage. Let him know that you like him. You know, let him know that you think he's a cool guy. You know, it don't have, you make it so, some women make it so hard for men to pursue a relationship. One, there's a lot of men that are shy. They're a little nervous and hesitant to approach a woman because either they've been rejected before, they've been screwed around, you know, and the list goes on. So when a man actually, when certain men, because some men don't care, they go and talk to anything with two legs. And it's really easy to identify them. I'm going to tell you about them in a minute. But when the man comes to you and they're like, you know, they finally mustered up enough courage to drop in your DMs or approach you at a function or event or at the grocery store or wherever. He approaches you, or there, y'all, however it happens, and he opens up that conversation to you. Talk back. Don't give him the cold shoulder. Get to know him. Think about it as gaining a friend. I'm not telling you to go and get a whole bunch of male friends because that don't work either. Okay? I do not believe that when you get into a relationship where you really trying to see if this person could be something, you know, because you can be friends, but in your mind you're like, you know what, I really like this guy and I think that we can be more than friends. I wonder, does he feel the same? But listen, how you gonna be more than friends with somebody that could potentially be your spouse if you entertaining Johnny Boy and Sam, Reggie, whoever? You can't, your attention is now divided, right? So if you find interest in someone and you think that it could be something, then put focus on it and engage. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's not called pursuing. It's called actively participating in this friendship. Actively participate in the opportunity that has been presented. If you are interested in that opportunity, you need to be active in that opportunity and act like you're interested. Don't make them work too hard. Okay? Now, the other kind of men, the ones that don't care about getting rejected, those are men that, listen, they not it, sis. They not it. They need to learn how to approach a woman in the first place. They used to approaching whoever they approaching. And you know what I'm talking about. Like, hey, Miss Lady. Excuse me. Skip. Just listen. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put it in your own words that they use. But those are the men that they will talk to anything with two legs. So I'm not even talking about them guys. But when you actually meet a man that has a right head on his shoulder and he's actually expressing some type of interest in you, react, respond. Don't keep the man waiting. Don't try to linger him on. Stop all of the game playing. Like, let's be for real, okay? Let's just be for real about it. So that's my tidbit on how God presents the opportunities. I do believe that God does present those opportunities. You can see it throughout the Bible, how it was just a coincidence. No, sis, that was God. It wasn't a coincidence that you ended up in the same room as this individual. It wasn't a coincidence that you showed up at your friend's house and they had company and her husband had his friends over and his friend from out of town just so happened to come on the same day as you and y'all end up sparking in a conversation or y'all all playing games at the table or something like that and y'all hit it off. It's not a coincidence. That's the opportunity that God presented. So when God presents that opportunity, act on it. All right? So that's my tidbit on that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about how God presents opportunities. Or if you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll get back to you. But until next time, remember to let what you do inspire others and be blessed.